It's Week 8 of the NFL, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Steelers and the Bengals, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium, right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker rooms. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes. Right. So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. Oh, he shifts past him. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Let's go! Talk about so far so good. Right now they are purring like a high-quality sports car. You name it, they're getting it done. What's the definition of balance? Doing what you want to, when you want to. They're doing it through the air and on the ground.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the gun, Nash. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Joseph Osai in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This take it in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for Mixon last week, 15 carries, 68 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nash. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Illegal touching, defensive offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go. Let's go. Not gonna happen today. All day.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They shake, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Joseph Osai in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital. Extremely important because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Powering forward. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. so there, Charles. I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now out come the Steelers. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Nash. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 16 carries, 65 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Nash. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Open man here is Gentry. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Nash. It fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Joseph Osai has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Joseph Osai. And there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Throwing on third and long. Nash. He gets this one to Johnson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now Burrow on first down. And his throw is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now left side on the swing pass. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down now, it's Harris. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, it's Harris. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Nash. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Dio Odengbo racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Nash. And this is going to be incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Dances by him. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he's brought down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and goal. Burrow. Got a man and he hits him in stride. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Back to throw. Nash. His throw incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Nash. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know, most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. He'll return it from the 6.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Caught on the right side by Adams. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again, it's Burrow. It's caught here by Adams. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Dancing to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Here's Higgins out of the right side. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And they've gone to the half with the score 28-10. Ryan Tannehill, 3 first-half touchdown passes. From there, we head over to Atlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Kareem Hunt taking over. 2 touchdowns thus far. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Back to Mixon on second down. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Burrow on third down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Here's Harris. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. On second down, it's Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Nash, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .36 yards on the punt with no return. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. Ooh, the juke. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Working with a 2nd and 4. And here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nash. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! Zach Gentry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Boswell good with the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7. Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Good footwork at the 30. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return.
Let's go.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The throw over the middle taken in. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Nash. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Stay loose.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Galladay. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kenny Galladay. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin Bush picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. That's taken in by Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. A beautiful fake. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside.
Come on, ready? Let's go. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He hits his target, the tight end Adams. Oh, he's hitting. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
That's up. That's up.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. Cameron Hayward make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. The kick by Bass is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown? Let's seal this thing.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On 1st and 10, Nash. He'll get this one to Galladay. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Nash. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Nash. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this one is incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw again. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. From just shy of midfield, Burrow. It's caught here by Adams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Burrow. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here, and you know for me it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. On 1st down, Nash. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Dio Odangbo in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Nash. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On 3rd down, Nash. And that is incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you're doing.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Stephon Tuitt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
2nd and 16. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. What a spin. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now the Steelers down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. look to throw. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Back to throw. Open man here is Gentry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's going to wind up and air it out. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is Jakeem Grant. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now all the focus, it shifts to the Bengals. Trailing by 5, 1:06 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow. Pass complete. It's Adams. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now Burrow. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Throwing, Burrow. Oh, he stays up. Now he steps away. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
I think it's easy to figure out why they went for 2 there, right? You want to make sure you're guarding against a field goal beating you.
Yeah, but with this little time on the clock, they just need to worry about protecting on the kickoff.
That's the big one. And with the kickoff coming up, I wouldn't squib it. I would kick it deep, but not so deep that the return guy can get it. I want to make someone else handle the football. Yeah, put some height on it and take some time down.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get in the field.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Bengals, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.